everybody, welcome back to another Screw Toy action figure review. And today we're going to be looking at a very exciting figure. Here in front of us we finally have the Medicom Toys Mafex Batman Knightfall Bane. And I'm very excited to review this figure. This is one of my most anticipated figures of the year. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on with this figure that we'll talk about here in a minute. But first, let's get a quick look at this packaging and then at the figure itself. Now, this is not your standard Mafex packaging. While it does look like it, it is way bigger than a standard Mafex box. So let me get one out here for y'all just to compare. So this is the Mafex and this is the Mafex Spider-Man. As you can see, it's a lot taller and a lot wider. Looking at them from the side, this one's a lot thicker and a lot taller. So yeah, it's a big figure, man, so it deserves a big box. And that's one of my most exciting things about this figure that I was looking forward to, was the size of a Mafex figure that we have here. But anyways, again, back to the packaging. You get a very nice window that shows the product here in the center. Some of the accessories, very nice promo image right there. Batman logo, we get Mafex, Medicom Toys, the name of the character, Bane right there. We get another promo image with the Batman logo, DC logo, Mafex logo, number 216 in the line. This line has came a long way. On the back, we get some more promotional images of the figure, some of the accessories, some ways you can pose them, Mafex. We get a whole bunch of stuff down here. On the side, another promotional image, the logo of Batman. You get a QR code right there that you can scan with your smartphone to see if this figure is authentic or not. So I do like when they include that. On top, we get the Batman logo. On Batman, we get a whole bunch of other shit. If you're 15 and under, you cannot play with this figure. Get a barcode. We get a holographic sticker that shows that this figure is authentic. But enough about this box. Let's crack this bad boy open and get into the nitty-gritty of this figure. Now, going to quick look at accessories. With your standard Mafex figure, you usually do get a stand base, and the clamps, and a rod. And you know, I do like this. I always do use these for different lines and stuff in my display. So yeah, don't mind a free stand with my figure. And then we get a certificate. Sorry, forgot how to pronounce words right now. Certificate for your figure that shows that it is a genuine product. Again, it just tells you that you can download an app on your smartphone and you can scan that little QR code on the side of the box to see if your figure is authentic or not. So enjoy this. I do like that they include that feature on your Mafex figures. There's a lot of bootlegs out there, man. So it's nice to have that security blanket just to be sure that you're not buying something that's not authentic. Now getting a quick look at all the hands that do come with this figure. Straight out the packaging, he does come with a set of fists. He also does come with these open, palmed, relaxed hands. The third set of hands that he does come with are these karate open palmed hands. And I like to use them like when he's running or karate chopping the shit out of Batman. Yeah, just really like these, man. They can be used for a lot. They can use, again, for running, karate chopping, saluting. Like saluting a soldier or something right there. I don't know. Just some cool shit that you can do with these hands, and yeah, I like them. He also does come with a set of these pointer fingers, and I just love when companies include pointer fingers with any of their figures. I know Marvel Legends has done a lot of it recently, but yeah, man, I just love when they include pointer fingers, especially when you have a villain like this, like Bane. He's pointing at Batman like, I'm gonna fucking whoop your ass, Batman. So I'm coming for your punk ass, Batman. But yeah, man, I really do like these as well. He also does come with these open, bare-clawed, dramatic type of hands, like he's, you know, screaming or he's about to get ready to charge up and run. And yeah, man, I love these set of hands too. This figure doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but he does come with a shitload of hands, and I really do appreciate that. I love having a figure with just like every possible hand that you can get. So yeah, man, I love when Medicom does shit like this. The last set of hands that he does come with are these open palmed hands, very similar to the bear claw type hands, except the fingers are less curled. These are more of a reaching type of hand, and yeah, man, these are pretty dope as well. And for face expressions, or should I say mask expressions, we do not get interchangeable heads, we get interchangeable face plates. Straight out the packaging, we do get a very simple neutral type of face. It's just, you know, it looks angry, but it's very neutral, not too much expression in there. And again, it is an interchangeable faceplate. As you can see, you get a seam line running down here on the mask, right there, right behind the ear. And it does pop out fairly easy. As I say that, it's giving me a hard time. But as you can see, pops out. There's a huge peg that runs into the mask, if I could see, right there. And then the back of the mask does have a port right there. So again, you get this one, and then you get a different expression that's fairly similar. I will say it's fairly similar. There's just a little bit of a difference. Pop that onto the head and then onto the neck. You can see it's a little bit more pissed off. You can see the wrinkles on the nose a little bit more scrunched up. You can see that the eyebrows are a little bit more pissed. I'll bring these two together. Don't mind my dirty fingernails. You can see that the lenses are a little bit more closed. But yeah, man, between the two, I think I like the first one out the packaging a little bit more. It's a little bit more, again, neutral, comic. Pretty much what you see on the comic panels more. You can just bring both of them next to each other again. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just really like this one. And here we have the big boy himself, Bane. And this figure is absolutely amazing. To get a Mafex figure in this size is just dope, man. That really makes me think that they can go back and do a new version of Venom where he's a little bit more bulkier, a little bit bigger. They can go back and do a Hulk figure. They can go back and do just big characters that we've been missing from our collection that we want Medicom to do. Man, imagine a Mafex Kingpin, bro. Imagine how dope that would be. Just this figure has made me want so much more from Mafex that I know they can do. Because I mean, look, this figure is big, it's chunky, it's massive. I know they can do big figures now. I didn't have any doubt in my mind when they did what was it? The Hulkbuster, the movie Hulkbuster they did a few years back. The what's the name of the Batman, the big chunky Batman, the Dark Knight Batman. He was big and chunky, so I know they can do big figures, man. I just don't know why they refuse to do bigger scale figures. Hopefully that means that there's a Hulk in the works. We already got a Captain America, a classic Iron Man, and a classic Thor. They have to do a classic Hulk, man. They have to. It has to be added to the mix. But anyways, let's get a quick look at this figure, man. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of nice little details that we have to look at. Again, we've already looked at the mask. I like it quite a bit. It's very classic, very just, it fits many versions of Bane. But yeah, man, this is clearly a Knightfall Bane, but it could fit for many versions of Bane. On the back, you get these little tubes, and this is why we do not have interchangeable heads, because these tubes are permanently stuck to the head, and that tube runs onto the arm down here. And yeah, you can't remove the head. If you remove the head, it just hangs off this tube on the arm. So that's why they gave us interchangeable faceplates. At first, I thought that big seam on the mask was really gonna bother me. But not so much, man. Not so much. You get a little zipper that runs down here, down to the neck. You can even see where the mask is kind of open on the back of the neck, which is a really nice detail. I really do like that quite a bit. Just, again, small attention to detail. It's nice. Get some back here. You get his little romper, his little weird romper costume. Not too bad. It's pretty nicely painted. The black is pretty well done. You don't see none of that skin tone kind of bleeding throughout. I do got a little scuff right there. I'm not sure what that's about, but it's not too bad. Really love the shadowing between the muscles, man. It could have been just a flat beige, skin color, but they gave it some nice definition in between the pecs and the six pack. And yeah, the costume is actually sculpted. It's not just painted on there. Moving down to the arms, you get these nice painted arms, flesh tone arms with some hair on the shoulder, on the bicep, on the forearm. Down to the glove, you get this very nice glove with the silver on the knuckles. Really nice. You get this band right here that holds the tube that is sculpted onto the bicep. And then you get this very nice detailed look at the gauntlet that kind of shoots the venom into his, I guess, his arm and head. I'm not sure where the venom is actually coming from. Maybe from the arm. Right there. One thing, actually, probably one of my biggest complaints is the way they did this arm. So they gave him a glove, and then he does have the glove that runs all the way up to his forearm. But they gave him a skin tone peg right there, which is breaks up that glove, that glove sleeve type of look. So I wish they would have gave him a black peg right there. So yeah, would have been so much better. They went with the black ball joint and instead of the beige one. Moving down to the belt, it is a free floating piece that I think plugs into the back of the butt, but you can move it around in the front, and it's just a soft, pliable plastic. It's really, really soft and bendy, but it does have a nice silver Paint job to it. Moving down to the legs, you don't get much. You get some wrinkles around the crotch, and then the bunching up at the combat boot, which the combat boot itself is really, really dope. It's all black. You get some paint in the laces, like a light gray, but it would have been nice to get some of that eye holes painted in silver. On the back, not much, same thing. Yeah, man, pretty huge, chunky figure, and I love it. One of my favorite figures of 2024 for sure. I would say it's in the top 3 right now. So, yeah, man, amazing, amazing figure. Now for articulation, this figure is pretty articulated for a big chunky figure. So his head is a dumbbell that connects to the neck, and the neck is a separate piece that connects to the head. So with those two, he can look all the way up. So no problem there. He can look all the way down, burying the chin. You do get amazing side to side. So if Batman wants to kick him in the dumbass head, he can. Kicks him on the other side of the dumbass head, he can. You get side to side, but you can't do a full 360 because of that tube. So yeah, you get side to side, but no full 360. You get ball jointed elbows that bend in an amazing amount, a little bit past T, I would say, or just about, yeah, a little bit past T, I would say. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in a little past 90. Yeah, a little past 90, I would say. Ball jointed wrists, so you can hinge up and down, side to side, depending on how you have that ball turned in the socket. Beautiful, beautiful butterfly joints. So all the way back and then all the way across. So yeah, no problem there getting his arms across. As you can see, bam. Can easily get his arms across. Get a beautiful diaphragm cut right here. Pivots this much to this side, and this much to this side, this much forward, and that much back. And then he has a ball joint at the lower waist. So with those two, man, he can go all the way back and all the way forward. You obviously get rotation at the waist and the upper diaphragm cut. He has drop down hips that drop down quite significantly, actually. So you can get him to kick. Damn, you can almost get him to kick his fucking face. Look at that. I was trying not to be too vulgar, but that kind of caught me off guard. Dang, man. He could do toe to head. What the, man? That's pretty dope. So yeah, you get really, really great motion out of that thigh. It shifts, double jointed knee. He cannot kick his own ass. It's very, very close, but not quite. And then pushing that drop down hip back in, you get no boot rotation out of that boot, which makes sense. You don't shift at your shin, so yeah, I wouldn't expect there to be rotation there at the boot from Medicom, because they try to do it as realistically as they can. So yeah, no rotation at the boot would have been nice, but to me it doesn't really matter because you get the shifting out of the upper thigh. Then you get rockers at the ankle that go this much forward, that much back. You do get some nice ankle pivot. Actually, it's not the greatest, but it's still existent. At least it's not non-existent. You get toe articulation, so that is nice. And yeah, man, pretty great articulation from this guy. Not disappointed whatsoever. Yeah. I'm just getting more and more impressed by this figure the more I mess with it. Now the part that most people are probably excited about, size comparison. So here we have the Mafex Bane next to the Mafex Venom and the Mafex Carnage. And you could just see, man, wouldn't this Venom be so much better if he was about the height and bulkiness of this Bane? I know this is a classic McFarlane style Venom, first appearance Venom, but man, just a newer version of Venom on a size this big would just be absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to see it if it ever does happen. Here he is next to the Mafex Classic Spider-Man and a Marvel Legends first appearance Target exclusive retro card, Spider-Man. Here he is next to the classic Mafex Iron Man and the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary retro card, Captain America. Here he is next to the Mezco Doctor Doom and the Marvel Legends Thing. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Hulk. Now I would have liked him to be a little bit taller, maybe just beneath or like a cheekbone of Hulk. I don't know. Maybe he's when I picture Bane, I don't picture him as big as Hulk, but I do picture him a little bit bigger. This size, again, I'm not complaining. He's decent size, but just imagine him just being like an inch and a half bigger. I think it would have looked a lot better. Here we have him with the Hush, Mafex, Joker, and Harley Quinn. Here he is next to the Mafex, Hush, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys, Clayface, and the Penguin. And the size comparison I was most excited about, here we have the Mafex Bane next to the Mafex Hush Batman. And I think the size difference is almost perfect. Again, if he would have just been about an inch taller, I think would have been... Oh, there goes Batman. Fainting about me mentioning him being an inch taller. Yeah, he does not want 9 inches of Bane. But there. Look at them together, man. I think they look absolutely beautiful. And there you have it. An amazing, amazing, beautiful figure by Medicom Toys, man. They absolutely knocked it out the park. Very, very minor complaints. The ball joint at the wrist on the left hand should have definitely been black. That skin tone really breaks that glove look apart. Don't know why they decided to go that route. Doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. And then it being just a tad bit short for my liking of Bane. I think an inch maybe would have been perfect. But as is, he's still a huge towering figure that's going to look amazing in your Hush, Mafex, Medicom, Batman display. This figure, man, is very, very close to being a perfect 10 for me. And I'm going to say it right now. I wouldn't doubt it if it makes it to 1 or number 2 in my top 10 figures of the year. It's a beautiful figure, man. I highly, highly recommend you pick this figure up if you can. It's going for about, I think I got mine for about $82 shipped from Mamiami. Dude, $82 for this huge, beefy figure that comes with a shit ton of hands and 2 interchangeable faceplates, I think is well worth the price. Yeah, I mean, some figures you're looking at $100 just for basic small figures from any other import company. Mafex is doing great figures for affordable prices, in my opinion. If you're in the realm of collecting import figures, I think he's just a great figure for the. What I'm trying to say is you're getting bang for your buck, man. Like, you are definitely getting bang for your buck, and this figure is just perfection. I know I'm gushing and drooling over this figure right now, but he's just a dope ass figure. The McFarlane Toys goes for about the same, loose. And I know he's like triple the size, but nobody needs a Bane that big, man. He's just way oversized. But yeah, this figure right here, man, I don't want to say 10 out of 10, but it's damn near there. And I love it, man. Pick it up if you can. Again, I got mine off of Ami. I think Big Bad Toy Store is now starting to ship theirs. I would have got this figure way, way earlier if it wasn't for the hurricane that just hit Houston. I know that's a very, very minor thing to complain about when there's people out there without power. It's been 5-6 days they've been without power. And I'm over here complaining about how I could have got my action figure a little bit sooner if it wasn't for a hurricane. So no need. I'm not trying to sound like I'm complaining in no way or shape or form. I'm just saying that this is the reason why I was a little bit late to reviewing this figure, because delay was due to the hurricane, which again is understandable as long as everybody's safe and sound and I still get my package. I have no issue. But yeah, again, great figure. 2 thumbs up for me. And yeah, man, again, I highly recommend this figure. Pick it up while you can. Pretty sure it's going to sell out, and once it's out, it's going to be gone, and it's going to be hard to find. So yeah, again, make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The links to all those are in the description down low. I don't really use TikTok. I don't really use Twitter, but I do use Instagram. So follow me on my Instagram. For some reason, I cannot make my Instagram grow for shit. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this figure. I love it. And the battery died on my spin table. But yeah, I love it. And catch you guys next time. Peace.